The first thing detectives noticed wasn't the body. It was the husband. Standing beside his wife's lifeless body, he was crying, shaking, and begging for help. But one experienced investigator couldn't shake a strange feeling. Something about his grief looked rehearsed. Months later, police would uncover a horrifying truth. The man pretending to be a heartbroken husband was actually the one who had killed her, and he did it for money. When 47-year-old millionaire businessman Daniel Harper called 911, he claimed his wife Emily had fallen down the stairs inside their luxury Colorado mansion. Paramedics arrived within minutes, but Emily was already dead. To everyone around them, Daniel and Emily seemed to have the perfect marriage. They lived in a beautiful home, drove expensive cars, and appeared financially secure. At first, investigators believed it was a tragic accident. Then the autopsy changed everything. Emily hadn't simply fallen. She had been strangled before her body went down the stairs. The case instantly became a murder investigation. Detectives began examining the couple's life behind closed doors. What they discovered shocked them. Daniel's image as a wealthy millionaire was largely a lie. Several of his business ventures were failing. He was drowning in debt and desperately trying to keep up appearances. Even worse, Emily had recently learned about his financial problems. Friends told investigators the marriage was falling apart, and Emily had been considering divorce. If that happened, Daniel stood to lose a huge portion of what he had left. But investigators soon uncovered an even stronger motive. Only months before Emily's death, Daniel had increased her life insurance coverage to more than $8 million. And he was the sole beneficiary. The deeper police dug, the darker the picture became. A search of Daniel's computer revealed disturbing internet searches. Can a fall hide signs of strangulation? How long do strangulation marks last? Life insurance payout after accidental death. Those searches were conducted weeks before Emily died. To detectives, it looked less like research and more like planning. Then Emily's best friend revealed a chilling conversation. According to her, Emily had become afraid of her husband. She had even said, "If something happens to me, don't believe it was an accident." Those words suddenly carried terrifying meaning. Forensic evidence continued piling up. Bruising on Emily's neck matched manual strangulation. Investigators found skin traces under Daniel's fingernails. Experts concluded the staircase scene had likely been staged to cover up a murder. There were no signs of an intruder. Only Daniel and Emily were inside the house that night. Every piece of evidence pointed in one direction. Prosecutors argued that Daniel saw Emily's death as the solution to all his problems. The insurance payout could erase his debts, save his failing finances, and preserve the wealthy lifestyle he was desperate to maintain. But his plan began falling apart the moment detectives looked beyond the staircase. What he thought was a perfect cover-up became a trail of evidence leading directly back to him. After a highly publicized trial, the jury deliberated for less than 2 days. Their verdict was unanimous. Guilty. Daniel Harper was convicted of murdering his wife for insurance money and sentenced to life in prison. The millions he expected to collect never arrived. The insurance policies were canceled after his conviction. Instead of becoming richer, he lost everything. His freedom, his fortune, and the life he was willing to kill to protect. In the end, it wasn't the crime that exposed him. It was greed. Because no matter how carefully he planned, one thing betrayed him. He wanted the money more than he wanted his wife alive. And that became impossible to hide.